You've done a song with B.O.B.
Yeah.
Tell me about that song and how that came together.
I was in the studio with Dr. Luke and Claude Kelly, who are my two favourite people to work with, Moonhead and Coconut Man, as you'll hear on the introduction of Price Tag. And we were sitting and we was like, writing these tracks, and I was like, I really want to do a really organic sound, and we kind of I wanted to write a song about everything. Just at that moment in my life, just felt like everything was based on money and how much money people had. On the radio it was like, I've got this, I've got that, and the industry is very money orientated, and for me, happiness is way more important than how much money you've got in your bank account. And I wanted to write a song about it, so I wrote a song about it. And for me, if I was a male rapper right now, I think I'd be B.O.B. Like if someone would say to me, who would you see yourself as? For me, it'd be B.O.B. because he's like, his music is very it's fun and healthy, but it's got, if you listen to it, it's quite dark as well. And I kind of said to my label, I would love, he's like one of my favourite artists right now, and I said I'd love B.O.B. to feature, and he actually did. So I chased him halfway around the US for me and Nadia did 5 plane journeys in 4 days while he was on tour with Jay-Z and Eminem, just to get him to feature on it, because I wanted it to be an experience. As I say, for me, music is so very important, and I don't have many features on the album, and so anyone that was, I wanted to make sure it was an experience, and they got to meet me, and they knew that I cared about it. Yeah, I only packed for 2 days, so he saw me in the same outfit twice, but you know what? What can you do, eh?
Now, your album is Who You Are.
Yep.
Okay, is it completed, and apart from B.O.B, is there any other notable features that have been
it is completed. Wow, that feels epic to say that, boy. Sheesh. 5 long years. Jessie, you got to go back in the studio. Yeah, it is completed. The album track listings, which is quite cool actually. Sorry, there's dust, I'm not a weirdo. The US album and the UK album have got different songs, but across the whole board, they're every song from everything that's been online. There's a few bonus tracks, there's songs that people haven't heard. And at the moment, B.O.B is the only guy that's featured on my album. I really wanted it to be, without sounding bad, about me. Because you know what, it was me that did this journey, and I really wanted people to know that I worked hard and that every song comes from me, and yeah.
Now, with that being said, how intense is it for you now you're establishing yourself, as you said, to get onto the next level of being an actual recognised artist? How hard is that transition for you?
I don't know, I haven't done it yet. I suppose it's just one of them things that you're like, you know what, I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll go to my band rehearsal and I'll be the best artist that I can possibly be while I'm there, and I make sure I say thank you to everyone that came, and make sure I know everyone's names, and then the next day I'll get up and I'll go to my rehearsals for Britain's Next Top Model, and it's just taking each day as it comes, and I will always make sure that I'm promoting myself in a natural, honest way. When I do shows, I never go, check me out on Twitter and Facebook and MySpace and YouTube, because to me it's like, if they like your stuff, they'll find you. Although I'm not Jessie J the porn star, okay, if you type that into Google, that is definitely not me. But yeah, I'm just going to try and have fun with it and not take life too seriously, laugh at myself. I'm going to make mistakes, I'm going to fall over on stage, I'm going to mess up, I'm going to sing out of tune, I'm going to forget the words, because I'm not a robot. I'm 22, chick from Essex that thanks the Lord every day that my voice was recordable.
And like you're saying, with having 2 different type of albums, with the UK and the US, is there any concern that, like with Craig David done the same thing, that there could be some form of backlash?
I don't think so. I hope not. I've got to believe that there won't be, just because I didn't, it's funny because one thing that the online has shown me is that the US label might be like, do like a do, won't be played on the radio here. But the buzz online is equal across the both countries. And for me, every single one of my songs is on the internet somewhere. And that's a lot. People say, oh, Jessie J's not accessible. But I think I'm one of the most accessible artists in the UK right now. And I don't know, for me, I try and make good, honest therapy music. And I think that should work across any country, any culture, any age, any sex, anything. And I've got to believe that it will work. If it don't, then cool, I'll start again and I will write a better album that does.
So like in closing, for the album, is there a standout track for you that you feel like this song is actually embodies who Jessie J is as a person?
I would probably say Who You Are. Don't watch the performance though from Proud Gallery the other day. I could not hear the track. And yes, guys, I was flat. It's a song that I wrote that made me feel like, you know when you've got all the ingredients, yeah, for a cake, but you've got no mixing bowl. You know I'm on a long one with this. But you know, like, this is how I see things in life, like, got the cake, got everything, got the decoration, but I didn't have the bowl to, like, put it all together and put it in the oven. And for me, Who You Are was the bowl for the ingredients. So it's like, it kind of glued everything together for me and made me go, you know what, this is what the story's about, be true to who you are. And the pain in that song, I was in tears that day when I sang that song. I really thought I was going to give up music. I really thought, I was like, I can't do this anymore, like, who am I? And it's funny because now I look back and I see other artists going through it and I'm like, people say to me, don't give up, like, we've all been through it, and I'm like, yeah. And now I'm the person going, we've all been through it. And it's like, it's just a cycle and it's just something you have to go through, and you know what, it will get better. And I suppose that song, instead of being depressed and being down, it was 3 minutes of a song that put everything in how I was feeling into a melody, and now I can turn it on, I listen to it, I have my 3 moments where I cry, or I panic, and then I turn it off and I go back to my day-to-day life.
So would you have any like last words to your fans, your supporters? Because I mean, I'll tell you this much, a lot of my friends, that's how I heard of you, through a lot of my friends.
That's good.
Yeah, it seems like it's really organic, you have an organic fan base. What kind of words would you have to them, the people who are supporting?
All I would say is that what you see is what you get. There might be things about me that you don't like, there might be things that I say that you disagree with, there might be things in my life that people don't want to associate themselves with, but you know what, all I will say is that I'm a human being. There's 5'8.5" of me, that is all I exist of, and I can only try and do the best that I can. And my music, I will always try and keep it consistent, keep it honest, and I'm a non-edited version of myself, so I will expose flaws. If you upset me, I will write a song about it, so don't forget it. But yeah, I suppose, you know, let's take over the world, yeah.